welcome to Kiki by Mystic Beauty Tarot. Already Sage and Shuffle. Gonna do a little Sage. This reading is for Sun sign of Leo. Since it's really late, I'm gonna do the energy for the rest of December, just in time for a holiday, and how that energy will turn into January. Um, so yeah, this is for Leo. Of course, you can check your other sun signs. And I don't do personal reads or anything, so you can't get scammed. And let's see how this goes. So, positive energy from the universe. What is the energy for the rest of December for Leo? Well, first of all, I used the wrong deck, but I'm just gonna go with it. Queen of Cups reverse. Okay, positive energy from the universe only. What is the energy for Leo? Positive energy from the universe only. What is the energy for Leo for the rest of December? Okay, Nine of Cups in reverse. And then Queen of Swords in reverse. Wow. So a lot going on for Leo. Bottom of the deck energy, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Two of Swords in the upright. Yeah, lots going on. Death card in the upright. And overall energy of the reading is going to be the Three of Swords reverse. Okay, so let's see what that's about. Okay, so Queen of Cups. I don't know why I can't. I don't know. Queen of Cups. I don't know. There's nothing coming off of this. Like there's no. Maybe that's the issue you have. You have no emotions right now, or you're. It says inner feeling, self care, self love, codependency, or insecurity, but it's like you're numb of emotions right now. Is what I'm getting from that. That's really weird. It's never happened. Okay. So wow, maybe you're numb from some feelings right now because it's like let's say maybe a wish was taken away from you. Maybe you wish for something and it didn't come out the way that you expected it to, and it sort of has affected you emotionally. Not sort of, it has affected you emotionally, especially with the nine of cups in reverse. That's emotional too. Um, and then you got the Queen of Swords in reverse. So definitely you're mentally reacting to this. Now, like maybe there's some confusion, maybe there's some lack of clarity. It does say overly emotional, easily influenced. But I'm not getting, or maybe it says bitchy, cold hearted, or cruel. I'm not getting that vibe from that. I would just say that you're numb to your feelings and it's like you've maybe mentally lost your direction a little bit, is what I'm getting from that, because of this wish that you have lost, or maybe something that you really wanted and it hasn't come into fruition. Now that could be with a job, a family member, or partner. Maybe the now with the Three of Swords in reverse. So normally when you see the Three of Swords, people think it's like a third party. But here it's saying like you could be talking negative to yourself. But I think it's like you're not letting some like you're not letting something get to you or you're letting something get to you, but it's you doing it on your own. For example, let's say that you really like somebody and you feel like they don't like you back for whatever reason. Um, and maybe they do like you back, but you feel like they're not showing it in a way for you to understand that they like you back. This is kind of what I'm getting from that with this. And you are talking yourself out of the situation because maybe you have anxiety, or maybe you're nervous about opening up yourself to this person. So maybe you could be making yourself numb. You could, like, it says bitchy, but maybe the numbness looks bitchy, but I don't think you're being bitchy on purpose. I think you're just guarded and trying to protect yourself. Um, is what I'm getting so far. Just because of this. So first off, we got the Queen of Cups. Ooh. First off, we got the Queen of Cups in reverse. And I had no energy was coming from it. And it was giving like numbness. Okay. And this is a big emotional energy in the first place. So for it to be reversed, it's maybe like your emotions flowed out your cup. And maybe you don't even know, maybe it's not that you don't even know how to feel because of what happened with this wish being taken away from you, or this thing that you really wanted taken away from you, which can be hard for Leos. Well, it could be hard for anybody. And so that's why this is coming in sort of like confusion. In my opinion, this is giving more like a confusion, or you don't know how you would want to proceed. And it's like you're talking yourself out of the situation, or you're talking negatively about yourself, because you don't really want to get hurt in the first place. So maybe you felt rejected by something, and your only move is to maybe put on these walls, when in reality it's not exactly that you're not getting what you want. It's just it's not going the way that you thought it would go. Which is a big Leo thing. Like, you guys have a whole script, and then when the script doesn't go the way you want it to, it's like you keep trying to correct the other person about the script. And it's like sometimes you gotta learn how to step back and let the script play out. You gotta God, I used to be in theater. You gotta, I want to say improv. Okay, so you gotta learn how to improv in life a little bit. um Now with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, you could be focusing on your money. um is that, I don't know what this is about, but it's like you have some decisions to make. But I don't know, is it, oh shit, confirmation. I hope that's the light setting that I have. I don't think it is, but you have some decisions to make. I'm gonna times through this video, don't worry, I'm gonna speed up this video. But you have some decisions to make, because but it's like, here it's under the wish. Okay, so this is your what's happening for you in a 3D, and this is like kind of what's happening to you in 5D. You have a wish that was taken away from you, and like I said earlier, it's like it's kind of put some mental confusion in the game, as long as with your emotional. And it's like you don't know which direction to take. It's like you don't know if you want to maybe let your walls down and give them a chance to get your wish, or you're just going to say never mind, like, oops, never mind, I don't even care anymore because the script isn't going how you wanted it to go. But then we got the Death card, and it feels like that's saying you need to end those type of behaviors if you want to get anywhere in life. Like, like if you want to get over certain fears. You gotta kill those that ego, and you gotta kill that. Well, I guess ego is the right word. Insecurities. You gotta kill the ego and the insecurities if you're gonna get somewhere where you want to get in life. So that's what I'm getting from that. So what I'm getting is something happened, a wish is not going the way you want it to. And it could still happen, I think. I'm getting the vibe that could still happen, but it's not going the way you want it to. It's like a script that you wrote in your head and it's not going the way you wanted. And it's kind of numbed you. It's kind of put up these walls. It's called some mental anxiety. And you're talking yourself out of continuing whatever the situation is. Could be work, could be with a partner. Maybe it's your dream job and it's you keep trying to go after it. You think, okay, I'm gonna apply. I'm gonna walk in the room. I'm gonna smile. They're gonna see me and they know that I'm right for this job. And I got my dream job because I went to the best school. I got the degree. Da, da, da. And it's not happening like that. You have to put in more effort. You're having to hear no's, and that's affecting you hearing a no or not getting what you want directly. But it happens. And for I'll just personally say there's a dream job that I wanted. And I would apply and apply, and it took years for it to happen. A lot of no's, and then on my last time I applied, I said, "This is the last time I'm going to apply. I'll never apply again." And I actually ended up getting the job the last time I applied. It's a really big deal for me. It's a really good job. Um, you know, so that's that. But that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting from the cards. It could be a relationship. I'm not getting heartbreak. Oh, this feels so long. I'm not getting heartbreak from this reading, but we'll look into it. We're going to clarify. But so far, something's not going your way. You kind of feel a little numb to it. You're talking yourself out of it. Um, Maybe to talk yourself out of it, you're focusing on your finances or you're looking for different avenues to fulfill yourself, to find your abundance is what that looks like. But you're trying to make a decision. Are you going to keep working at just ignoring this and put all yourself into work or finding your abundance, or are you going to open yourself up a little bit and give it a chance? But before you can even do that, you got to kill the insecurities and the ego. All right, so that's that. So I'm gonna clarify. For sorry that was long. Sometimes the reads are really straightforward, like just straightforward. But that was not very straightforward. So now that we kind of got that together, we can get it. And like I said, I'm gonna speed up this video because there's a lot of me talking. I think the no emotions was throwing me for a loop, which is interesting. Okay, positive energy from the universe only. Can we clarify? You want to get away on your terms? It kind of makes sense. You want to do things on your terms. Like the script isn't scripting. Okay. So we got getaway came out first. Go on vacation, begin an adventure, run away together. Terms, working it out, negotiating. Magnifying glass, proof or validation. Maybe you want proof on that this is going to be worth it in the end. But I think, excuse me, I think it'll be worth it in the end, even if you don't get your wish. The fact that you worked on yourself and killed the ego and killed the insecurities, is nothing good. It's not going to do anything but open doors for you. And just like I said, ascending. Now, this is witchcraft, but I think this is just negative energy, and I think it's your own negative energy. If you feel like, and I've had this card, and I know when it feels like somebody doesn't want the best for them or there's someone negative around them, but I think it's your own negative energy, or like it says at the bottom here, it says negativity. But I think once you kill that negativity, the ego and the insecurities, you're gonna do nothing but ascend and grow. Now, this proof magnifying glass is like you want proof that this is going to be worth it. And it's like you want to do things on your terms. And that's why I say you have a choice. Okay, so are you going to sort of like move away from this? Or are you going to, give it a chance, but it needs to be on your terms? Kind of think about that. I think really focus on killing that ego and insecurities before you move forward with anything or before you expect anything of anybody. Because even if they come to you wholeheartedly, would you even trust or believe them? If this is a person, if this is a job, are you going to give it your all if the job your all if you're not really 100% in the game, if you're not drinking the Kool-Aid? Now, people always like to make fun of stuff like that. But when this comes to your career, I'm not talking about a job. When this comes to your career, it's okay to drink the Kool-Aid. Okay. So you're coming into this job, you're not drinking the Kool-Aid, you're not buying it. Um, you already got one foot out the door. What are you expecting? Okay, so just think about that. Um, do, do, do. So let's get some cards of advice. I think the advice is clear. I'm kind of curious. What is this wish about? Let's be nosy. What is this wish about? What is this wish about? And then let's get some advice. Take how it resonates. If this isn't what your wish, but yeah, let's see what this wish is about. And I still didn't see no love cards, so this is not a love reading. Positive energy only from the universe. What is this wish about? Damn. So maybe you wanted someone to choose you, or you wanted something to choose you. So like I said, the interview, the job, they didn't choose you for the job. You don't have to give up. Just work on yourself. Maybe you were in there too confident, and like I said, you thought you were gonna go in there, you thought you were gonna smile, you're gonna dazzle them, and that's it. You didn't do your research about the company. You didn't do your research about what they're looking for. You didn't do your research on their core values. If this is a relationship, you know, you feel like they didn't choose you. Did they say that to you? How did they show you that? I'm not trying to feed delusion. What I'm saying is sometimes we talk ourselves into a negative hole because um, it's safer. Okay, so there's that. What's the advice moving forward? What's the advice for Leo moving forward? Positive energy only. What's the advice for Leo moving forward? What's the advice? Positive energy only. So Six of Swords, I think it's saying you should stick with it. Okay, I think because normally you're ready to go away. Okay, you're ready to fall out. Um, in a good way. But here you're not ready. And I think it's because you have more work to do. I think you have like it's not finished with you yet. Okay? So if you're going to walk away from it, go ahead and work on yourself. Like I said, you should wait a little bit, work on yourself and then go ahead and walk away, but give it some time. I don't think that the universe is done with you in this situation. So let's see. How will this energy carry on in January? We'll just finish with this deck. Okay, what will this energy turn into in January? King of Swords. I think that you still, unfortunately, I think this energy is going to carry into January, and it's only going to progress more. Like it's only going to progress to to how you're feeling. I'm sorry, that's not what you want to hear. It's like it's gonna it's gonna have to get worse. You're gonna have to get to the bottom. Maybe you're looking for a job and you keep hearing no's throughout January, but in February it could turn around. But so far in January, the situation isn't going to turn around in what you want it to. And that makes sense because like it said, it takes 30 days. I think it takes 30 days to kill a bad habit. It takes 30 days to make a change within yourself. So it's like you have some work to do, and it's like take this opportunity, take this time to work on yourself, and it's not something to be rushed. Um, but here in the bottom of the deck we have the Star card. Okay, so there's hope. Best card in the whole deck, in my opinion, is you got the Star card. I'm not sure if I can show that. Okay, but there's hope. It's really not that bad of a card. It's not explicit as you think it is. I think there's hope for you. It's just not gonna happen as fast as you want it to. And why I really am positive about it is because you did get this ascending card and you did get Star card, but it's not going to be instant. Okay, it's gonna take some time. I know people don't like to hear that, but mm, let's do. Are there any more messages? And how do we work on ourselves? Think about that. There's therapy. There's self-help books. I'm not really into those because I think it's just someone's opinion or something. I don't know. I like therapy. I don't think I like self-help books. Someone to talk to, a hobby. Hobbies can be very healing. Hobbies can teach patience and teach us things that we didn't know about ourselves. So think about that. And when I say hobby, I do mean something as corny as crochet or um, pottery or baking or something like that. I think it really does ignite something into you. And there are days where we don't even want to show up, but we do, and we realize how happy it makes us. So it also is giving me a vibe. Maybe you need to take a step back from this, give it a break, give it some space, give it some air, and then build yourself up. I feel like I'm repeating myself over and over. But yeah, for 22 minutes I've been repeating myself. Build yourself up and get back to it. What other messages does Leo need to know before I close this reading? What other messages does Leo need to know before I close this reading? Any other messages for Leo before I close this reading? And I was right. A new phase. Go ahead and get a hobby. Go ahead and you need to kill whatever this is part of you is, because it's not meant for you right now, but it could be meant for you later, because in this stage of life you're not even ready for your blessing. You're not even ready for your wish. Work on your self-esteem. Okay, you keep visiting the past. Maybe something about the past has you stuck. So persistence. Keep working on yourself. um Work on yourself, work on repairing things, and be persistent. Okay, I think you might be focused on the past, but this is your opportunity to learn from it. And work on yourself, build your self-esteem. Just like I said, I think this is about killing ego and insecurities. So work on your self-esteem, because a new phase is waiting for you. All right, so that's what I have for Leo. Happy holiday.